Hey, okay, Warren here, and just a quick rant about some self-defense topics that I'm busy writing about in my book, and that is about capabilities and vulnerabilities. This falls into a section known as self-awareness or self-awareness, which is one of the awarenesses that I teach in my self-defense courses. Everybody knows about awareness, but self-awareness is hardly ever spoken about in a self-defense context. Whereas here I'm saying pay attention to it because a lot of the times it's one of the more important aspects when it comes to self-defense. So in terms of capabilities, so capabilities is something which I've divided into three sections: physical and mental capabilities. Your physical capabilities basically refer to your physical attributes, your fitness, what is your body capable of doing. If you need to, for instance, run away in a situation, can you run? How fit are you to be able to run? Have you ran in the last couple of years, full out, so that you're able to get away from danger? That's if you decide to choose to run away, of course. And for me, that would be one of the better and safer options in a self-defense situation. But what about if you had to fight? What capabilities do you have? Do you have the fitness? Do you have the stamina? Do you have the endurance? Are you able to hit and punch and kick and do whatever you need to? What capabilities, physical capabilities, do you have? So that's from a self-defense perspective, physical capabilities. Then the last one is your mental capabilities. How mentally prepared are you for a situation, to deal in a situation, whether it's running away or fighting? Are you able to do that? If you can or you can't, that's one of the things that you need to look at and be self-aware. How mentally prepared are you? Now, something about capabilities. This is one of the very sad things in terms of just being human, is that they degrade. Your capabilities, your skill set will degrade over time if not maintained. Your fitness levels, if you're not keeping it up to scratch, will degrade if you just stationary and you're sedentary at work or at home. You will eventually lose those skills or those physical attributes. The one nice thing about the capabilities, the mental capabilities, it's a lot more sustainable, provided you get it to a certain level and that you now and again you hone it. Mental capabilities. So let's take for instance war veterans or people that have been in conflicts. They can essentially do very well in a situation because they've got the right mental aspects. All their training they learn from being in the police or the military or whatever training they've undergone still stays with them. So when they need to, they're able to still use those mental faculties. The problem comes in when they haven't maintained their physical fitness or their skill levels to that point. Even though they have the mental sort of aptitude for it, they don't have the physical attributes to be able to do it. So that is talking about capabilities, and I'm rushing through this because I don't want to make it too long. Then the second one is vulnerabilities. So when looking at vulnerabilities from a self-defense perspective, that's in your current situation. Vulnerabilities are generally temporary, or else some people don't want to, or they sort of know that it's there, but they don't do anything about it. So from vulnerabilities perspective, you got to understand what makes you actually vulnerable or perceived to be vulnerable to a potential criminal element out there. So, for instance, I'm in a risk cast. This could be perceived as being vulnerable and does make me vulnerable. Should anything happen, I've only got my left hand and my two legs to actually help me get out of the situation. So that perspective is that you've got to be conscious of what vulnerabilities you have and what vulnerabilities are portrayed to the public out there, or to potential criminal elements out there. And yeah, that's my self-defense rant for today. Just really the two things to keep in mind: capabilities and vulnerabilities. It's all about self-awareness. Okay, be safe out there and go well.